everyone! The video that I'm doing today is all about when you have a tough crowd at a gig. As a musician, if you're not a musician, it might be really interesting to hear about this, because as an audience member or a listener, you have so much impact on that musician in the moment or that band. This is guided by my blog post. I'll make sure that I've linked it below. My blog post over on Scarlett Notes blog, which is www.scarlettnotesblog.com. I'll link that below as well. I've done a blog post called Tough Crowd, an essential guide to making it through the gig. So let's get started. The first thing that I wanted to write about was tip 1. Use the gig as a chance to practice full out. Now, this is one that is really tricky, because when you go to do a gig, you put your heart and soul into that moment and you envisage it to be phenomenal. When you get there and the seats are empty, those people who are listening look like they want to rip your eyes out because they just want to talk and have a pint, and no one asked for a singer-songwriter to come swanning in, or a 4-piece band who are doing awesome covers that really should be on BBC Radio 1 Live Lounge. But anyway, and if they're not appreciating it, it's not your fault. I'm sure you're absolutely phenomenal. So why don't we use this time as an opportunity to practice? There's nothing like practicing with the PA, the right equipment and the environment in which a gig would usually be. This is your chance to be selfish and take that 20-minute, 45-minute, I don't know, hour-long gig and just use it to practice the new covers that you've learned. You know, I've just learnt Shotgun by George Ezra, and admittedly I could probably do with a quiet gig to practice it, because I've learnt it off by heart. I feel happy with it, but I haven't done it full out at a gig, so I'm not sure how it's going to sit. You know, when you've got a bit of adrenaline, the PA, a cover can come out a lot different to how it sounds at home when you're relaxed, you're at ease. It's your time, and at the end of the day, you have to make it work for you. Tip 2, recognise those who are appreciating you, because they'll enjoy being appreciated back. There's that one person, no matter how many people are there, if there's that one person that is loving what you are doing, then you take that, you run with it, you enjoy it and embrace it, because one person, that's enough. You know, someone's enjoying it, that's all that counts. Tip number 3, as hard as it will feel, try not to take it to heart. Why I can't even take my own advice, I don't know. I've had so many gigs where it is just me, or just me and who I've come with, and it bloody hurts. It hits you right there. You feel so despondent. You think, I've practiced hours, my fingertips are rough. All I want to do is do a nice little pedicure and hand moisturiser session, and I can't, because I've got to keep these things rough so I can knock out the bar chords. You've just put loads of time and effort in, you've wrote a new song and you can't wait to showcase it, and you turn up and no one's listening and no one's there. It's so easy to fall into that pit of feeling so sad and so upset. But if you can just feel it for a minute and then bring yourself back up, muster up everything you have, integrity, confidence, belief in yourself, if you really can, and then bypass it and not take it to heart, every time that happens, every time it feels like rejection, it's just going to hurt that little bit less, which means that you have more mental resource to keep going with these gigs, because it's not you. Don't take it personally, it's not you. If you work hard, if you have a passion for music, if you practice your trade and you're prepared for these gigs, that's brilliant, that's amazing. You're not the problem here. It's just people sometimes aren't interested, and sometimes they don't listen, not because it's us or because it's live music. I mean, think about how many times you've gone into a pub or a restaurant and you're with your mates and it's Saturday night and there is a musician on, there's a band, and you're really appreciating what they're singing and what they're performing, but you're not necessarily showing that because you want to have, I don't know, white wine, spritzer, and tea. You want to have your drink and speak with your mate. You don't realise that on the outside, you and your family talking pretty loudly, sort of over talking the music would come across that you're not interested when actually you are. You know, that's what people do. So if they've got their back to you, it doesn't mean they're not listening or they're not enjoying it. They're just being human. They're just being, you know, a normal person on a Friday night, having a drink, having a laugh. So please, if you are new to the gigging circuit, don't take it to heart. Where you're really going to feel welcome is open mics. I cannot recommend this enough. Open mics are warm, welcoming and friendly. I know for Suffolk there are loads going on. I'll try and list some below. Essex, there are absolutely loads. I certainly did a few open mics in Essex during my degree. London open mics are magical. They've got an atmosphere like no other. These open mics are so important because people are loving what everyone does. You know, it's all reciprocal. I'm going to leave everything that I've spoken about. If there's a link, I'm going to leave it. Please, 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 if you're finding this content interesting, or you know, you're another musician, a musical figure, or you're a music enthusiast, I'm really trying to get Scarlett Notes to build a bit of a music community so we can all support each other. I'd love to have musicians on. We're all just celebrating what we do. It's an art and it's fantastic. So if you could please subscribe, I'd love you forever. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and any comments are welcome. Obviously, negative comments, not so much, but if there's anything you'd want me to cover, please comment below. I really want to know. I'm interested in what you guys want to hear. So yeah, please subscribe, share. The more people I can get on board, the more that I can do with Scarlett Notes. You know, there's so many of us performing unsigned music and rooting for it. Let's get it off the floor, let's celebrate it. I've really enjoyed chatting to you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope this little essential guide to having a tough crowd when you're going gigging really helps you out. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.